the key of life, the Ankh. Peace, 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 peace. Peace, fam. How you feeling? This is my last post for the night, my last message. But I want to show you this display. Display on certain books that I have laid out. The Ethiopia and the Origin of Civilization, the Chronology of the Bible by Dr. Ben, the African Origin of Civilization, the United Independent Conspiratory Code System, this is by Neely Fuller, the Codex Game, also as well. What I'll be showing y'all is Hidden Colors 4. If some of y'all have not seen it or heard about it, Hidden Color 3. These two to me right now is I want to show you that because it's going to be on my message for today. I'll be showing you the videos, but I wanted y'all to see certain books that I laid down. You know, I take certain books out and show y'all. Let me put it to you this way. All right, listen. Before we get into the message, let's pay all due respects. The sun rises. Good evening. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Amen. Gods and goddesses, kings and queens, I'm jumping right into it. Get these books here. A lot of times people think as you get these small little books, you think, oh, it doesn't have no weight. I said that in my other message, but it doesn't matter. Every book has its power. Every book has an answer. You understand this book here, the Chronology of the Bible, Challenge to the Standard Version. You understand that? It's almost similar to, not similar, but what I showed you with the Codex Game is over. You see, it's thin, right? But it has its power. This is by Yusuf bin Johan. This is Dr. Ben's work. Look at it. I'm going to read a little bit to you, just a little bit. The Chronology of the Bible. Yusuf bin Johan, affectionately known as Dr. Ben, as a master teacher with the forceful commands of the ancient and contemporary history, he uses wit, humor, and common sense to ascend history and expose historical distortion. Dr. Ben has taught on the faculty of colleges and universities in the United States and abroad. His most recent assignment was as senior lecturer faculties of the language of Al-Azhar University, Arab Republic of Egypt. Prior to that, he served as an adjunct professor of history and Egyptology at Cornell University African Studies and Research Center. Among the many books written by Dr. Ben, A Chronology of the Bible, first published in 1972, is perhaps his most popular work. Originally prepared at the request of the group of Harlem-based ministries, Chronology documents the African origin of Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. Dr. Ben traced significant influences, development, and the people that have shaped and provided the foundation for the holy book used in this religion. We are republishing the Chronology of the Bible in response to contains a demand from our readers for the little pamphlet that BCP edition has been typist and minimal edition to maintain the integrity and flavor of the original edition. Edited to maintain the integrity for the flavor of the original edited. The last entry of the Chronicles is for 1973 by Dr. Ben. Is presently working on the revived edition that will include versions of the Bible that have been published in subsequent years. If anything I misquote, excuse me, I apologize. Get this little pamphlet, if you will. Little information that's in these books can help you, literally. Here's the Ethiopia and the Origin of Civilization by John G. Jackson. I know some of you have heard of John G. Jackson. He was back in the days with Dr. Henry Clark and Dr. Ben. He's another one. The history of Ethiopia could also be called the history of humanity. The question is not if his history is well documented, but why is it not taught widely in school? The time necessary to study the tombs that refer to the Nubians as the forebearings of our civilization is enormous. The world owes Ethiopia for its history, astronomy, horticulture, and all the other science, and John G. Jackson gave ample references to validate this claim. Ethiopia history is incredible and a treasure to the world, and it's shame that it has been distorted by the president of Eurocentrism. You see here? Lost work. Let me leave it out there so you can get it, because you can get in. Lost work. There's many different scholars. I keep telling you that. I keep telling you. There's another book. Some of you have probably already seen it. The African Origin of Civilization, Myth of Reality. You see it? I'm not going to read them all because I don't want to get off of what I really want to do. I show y'all this book a lot. This book here by Neely Fuller. This book here is about racism, the United States Independent Territory Code System Concept. The textbooks, there's workbook, throughout the speeches. Listen, you will learn how to be able to hear people being racist to you. You will learn how people, literally, how they talk right in front of your face. You understand? There's black people who know how to do this because they've been around these people. These people will talk right in your face and think that you have no intellect, of understanding what they're talking about. These are the arrogant aristocrat people who would talk. Let me tell you something. When I was selling fabric, they were doing that all the time. Literally, in your face. And act like, literally like you dumb, you don't understand. These are aristocrats. Aristocrats means people who's rich, who's got money, they get a little uppity up. So they act like, they're above you. But when a person gets sick and they're on their goddamn deathbed, oh, that aristocrat don't make a difference. It doesn't matter if you're poor or rich. You understand that? When you're sick and you're thinking of dying or living, you honestly believe that having all the money in the world is going to make a difference. Pay attention to that now. This is where common sense coming from. Somebody's going to make themselves feel like they're above you is because they got a little bit more money than you. But in fact, it doesn't mean anything. You're just spending more money. That's all you're doing. Pay attention to that. Neely Fuller. It don't have to be as original as this one. I see they got another additional books, but the color might be different. Might be like a yellow. Goddess Yasmin, she had sent me a picture of Neely's new edition book. So when I looked at it, I see that it was the same thing, but I think hers might be a little bit better. Simple fact, the reason why I say that is because they added more information in the book. You understand? My copy is one of the original copies, but her book, to me, this is my personal belief. If you got more information, this is great. You understand? So, get the book. You know what I'm saying? Get it. Don't, listen here. I ain't one of these egotistical type of people. I don't have time for that. what I'm saying? I'm about sharing the message that we all can get and understanding, and so we can move into the future. What I really want to get and put in is this here. Hidden Colors 3, The Rules of Racism. Because I still see that a lot of my brothers and sisters do not understand. I hate that lighting, okay? Understanding, you see it? The rules of racism. You need to get this. Listen here, I'm going to show you anyway. I'm going to show you this. I'm going to put this out. It's going to be in different parts because you know how time consuming. You know what I'm saying? So you'll be able to see this and understand this. It's going to have, when I show you this, I'm not going to interpret or navigate. I'm just going to let it flow. I'm probably going to navigate probably maybe 1 or 2 times, and that's a wrap. Because I really want you to see it and understand this, and then go out there and get this. Hidden Colors. There's other documentaries. And here's the 4th one. Hidden Colors, The Religion of White Supremacy. A lot of you truly don't understand the whole conception of white supremacy. You don't. A lot of you don't. You understand? It is very powerful. It is real. What you look like right now is on the outside. You're like, oh, that don't exist. It does exist. It does exist. It's been in existence since white people came on this goddamn planet. Okay? Since they came here. And they came like locusts. But you can't blame them. Reason why I say you can't blame them? Because we didn't destroy them when we had the chance. Okay? Our ancestors should have destroyed them. Our ancestors did not leave Africa, came to the New World, and destroyed them. They did not. A lot of our ancestors helped them white folks put us in slaves. I'm not saying we was a slave. Until you know your bloodline, if you don't understand your bloodline, you can't really claim to be a slave. Because remember, there already was indigenous people here in America long before. African people had traveled around the world. They navigated around the world. So you don't really know if you was a slave or not. This is something you need to put into your head. We all keep saying we all were slaves, but in fact, we was not all slaves. You understand? I'm not saying I wasn't a slave or not, but I am saying this. Information is good. To know these things, this is very important. Very important. Number 2, I also want to discuss is that start changing. Start changing the way you look, the way you think, your clothing. Represent yourself as you head out in the streets. Wherever you're going, represent yourself in the spiritual enlightenment human being. This is why when you see me in my videos, you see me in restaurants, you see me at the job, you see me in the car, you see me with my family. I'm letting you see this is who I am. This is raw. Okay? There's nothing hiding. I want to be, okay, look, I'm in this one little area so I can just sound so intellectual, or I can sound buffoonish, however you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? I can sound, oh, he knows things. No. I want you to see the love I possess. That's the first number 1 thing. I want you to see the love I possess. With my wife, who is my heaven. I want you to see me with my children. We're not perfect. Okay, I'm not perfect. Get that to your head. Don't put people on a pedestal. You put people on pedestals, and this is why a lot of y'all get your head rocked. What I mean by that, your feelings get hurt because you put people on pedestals because they have some knowledge that you don't have, and all you got to do is do your research, and the next you know you have the same thing. Okay? Because our forefathers and mothers have already did the research and the pilgrimage. They already put it out there, so it's easier to be able to snatch this information and use it to educate each other and wake us all up. Okay? I am Chocolate AMUN-RA. Peace.